Jumdip Sua, Chimakati. That's Phallika, the other side. I think we're just having a little bit of a technical difficulties. Hopefully we can get the show on and going pretty soon. Is it still not working on your side? No. Is the volume of the headphones not working? Oh, yeah, so just a little bit of technical difficulties. That's just on Phallika's end. I think her volume isn't working right now. But today is August 15th, 2021. Up here in Canada, it's pretty not snowy, sorry, smoky due to another wildfire that we're having around. So it's getting a little hot here. But I hope you guys are enjoying the rest of your Sundays. I believe that today our topic's about some famous Khmer places. We will discuss that pretty shortly here once Phallika gets back online. Did we get it going? I still can't hear you, hon.
I had to switch computers. Yay.
Whoa!
Hold on. Am I still not working? Hello?
Hi!
Okay, fine. Oh.
That was some sort of technical difficulty that we were having.
Yep.
All right, are you ready to get the show on the road?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Do you know any of your favorite Khmer places that you've been to? Or like want to go to?
The only places I've been to that are like famous is Angkor Wat. And like not like well that's a structure. But I forgot where it's in. I think it's the Angkor Wat is in Phnom Penh or I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's in Siem Reap.
Oh
Yeah. Because Phnom Penh is our capital, and I'm pretty sure that it's more northern near Siem Reap.
So it's probably Siem Reap, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been to Angkor Wat, and that's like a famous place and structure.
I have been there too, only once myself. And then I've been to Angkor Thom and Angkor Tui. That's what my parents told me. And other than that, that's only the big famous places I have been. But like the next place I want to go to is Long Beach, California, because there is a lot of our like community over there. So I do want to go and see and celebrate it with, our people from Long Beach.
I don't know what Long Beach is, but all I know was that what you said is basically there's a lot of Khmer people there.
Yeah, so I think it would be pretty cool to go to the States and just check out the other Cambodian communities around.
Yeah, there's a lot of them here because I know a lot of people that are also Khmer in Canada, and I only know one person in the U.S. that's Khmer because I lived in Canada my whole entire life.
Same here.
I only know one person in California, USA.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's also only my relatives. Well, actually, so like in California, I know there's not just one person, but like a bunch of, I would say probably 4 people that I know that are in California that are correct. But any other states in the U.S., I don't.
I know my dad had known a lot of people from North Carolina and Las Vegas, San Diego, San Jose, and all that area. But I've personally haven't been there, and I feel like that's such a big targeted for us Cambodians to go. So it is on my bucket list to go to like San Jose, San Diego, Long Beach, in North Carolina.
I went to California a few times and Seattle a few times, basically because Target in Seattle. They don't have it in Canada, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I do know. When I went on Net, because there's a documentary on Netflix, and it's about like famous cultures and stuff like that. And on the cover, basically, was Angkor Wat.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's only a documentary. I didn't watch it. I only saw it, but it was like the cover had Angkor Wat on it.
That's pretty cool. I would totally watch that. Do you remember what it's called?
Huh? I'm gonna go eat. Uh-oh. Phallika.
Oh no.
Phallika's going to be in. But I don't know what she's doing at all.
No worries. Can I ask, would you want to go back to the Angkor Wat?
Yeah, we were going to go there during last year. Oh, my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Relative stuff. But because of COVID, my mom and my younger sister couldn't come. And that's not
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the lowest one.
What was your big first impression of the Angkor Wat?
The whole place itself.
Hey, no interrupting.
Wait, why don't you talk about when we went to Angkor Wat, or don't remember because you were too young?
Wait, we went to Angkor Wat?
Angkor Wat, remember when you were like 4?
I don't get it.
When we went to Khmer.
Well, I forgot. Sorry, I was too young.
Hey, you were like 3 or 4 years old.
No, it was 4. 4 and 3, I just keep forgetting.
That's like only you're 8 years old now. That's only like I can't do that. That was like 4.
Okay, I'm back.
That was like 5 or 4 years ago.
5 years ago? Yeah, I can't remember that long.
You can't remember anything then?
Oh, I have a book. I have a book.
Wow.
I'm gonna read the book.
Show them the pages. I saw that book in the
Okay, look at
in
this.
our bookcase.
I can't see it.
What a beautiful picture of our temple, hey.
And now what else do we have?
I'm guessing that's the only famous place I
Where's this?
know.
I have this page.
Nice. Yeah, that page looks pretty
What
cool.
else is in here? Oh, look. Mook. I've got mook.
Monk? Oh, yeah, the structures, the reason why Angkor Wat's pretty famous isn't
And next we
building.
We got more monks. We got more monks. Got more monks.
That's what I was just gonna say. I think that's an apsara right there. One of our traditional
What else
famous
do I have?
dancers.
Listen.
That is a lot of monks.
Oh yes, it's like the gate, the entrance. What is it? What's it called again? I forgot what it's called.
Cambodia?
Yes, but it's like going to the entrance of one of the temples there. I forgot it was Angkor Tui, Angkor Thom.
Oh wait, I showed you this page.
Phallika, tell me, do you think it's interesting the structures in Angkor Wat?
Oh, more monks. Are these monks?
Those are carvings, Phallika.
What
I think they carved into the Angkor Wat, into their walls, just to show the history and the history of the battles that occurred during the time and all
That's
that.
what's so
What is
special
it?
about Angkor Wat, because
What is
Mhm.
it's not. I don't know. It's not just the castle itself, the whole building itself. It's the carvings and the story it tells.
I don't get what this is.
The
I'm gonna.
different structures.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one. There's one place that I remember, and it has trees coming from the side, and it's
Mm-hmm.
and I also remember 4 heads of I think, what was it, dragon or something?
I think so. Might have been.
Mouth is just basically a dragon, but then a lot of stuff that looked like human beings.
Yeah. I remember going onto the steps on the Angkor Wat, and it was very, very steep. I would really thought I was gonna fall because I wouldn't imagine, anyone would walking up those steps because they were really, really steep.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah.
also remember one part where it was like really crowded and there were so many tourists, and I was like, you know how the buildings, like there would be one building here and then stairs on the four-way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
go, I don't know how to explain, but overall, oh, finally, better lighting. Okay, overall, Uncle Lot is, I think only most people know about Khmer's Uncle Wat. I don't even know a lot of places that aren't Uncle Wat that are famous.
I believe that's what we're most famous for, because a lot of people who don't know me, they would ask me like, "Oh, where you from?" I was like, "I'm from Cambodia," and they would always say like, "Oh, is that where the Angkor Wat is?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." So like they're familiarized with Cambodia because of like the architectural structure of the Angkor Wat.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what it's basically Khmer is most famous for.
Yeah, there was like a YouTube documentary on Facebook a little bit. It showed us a little clip where like there could be like hidden treasure in the Angkor Wat somewhere. But I'm just like, I mean, it could be there. It could possibly be true. But at the same time, it's
There
such
would
a
be too much tourism, and if there was true, then a bunch of people would already find it.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking exactly.
Plus, you're not allowed to dig anything. Only the people that what? How do I call them? I don't know what to. You know, like the community around Angkor Wat, like the people. Don't you
Like
have to pay to see the building?
to see the Angkor Wat,
Yeah.
only if you're a tourist. Like you're from Canada. Like we're from Canada, right? But if we don't speak Cambodian. That way we can like trick them a little bit and we don't need to pay. But when they see tourists come by, they will, make them pay.
I think I had. I don't remember a lot of stuff because I was like 5 years old, and that was 6 years ago. Yeah. But we were thinking of going there again, but I want to be better at understanding Khmer before then, because then I could like read what the signs. I think the signs do have the I think the signs do have English on them. I don't know. I don't even remember any signs like the.
Me too. If we're gonna be honest, I don't remember the signs. I remember like the buildings because there were so many like advertisements. So I would just look at the advertisements and everything, but I wouldn't look at like the store sign for some reason. I think that advertisements.
Advertisements are the most eye catching.
Yeah, the most eye catching out in Cambodia.
A lot of them. It's pretty
Yes.
packed. Like a lot of cars, a lot of people walking, a lot of stores. It's very cramped, but like that would be the city kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Another famous place in Khmer is like the Royal Palace.
What? I thought the Royal Palace was Angkor Wat. I'm so confused.
No, we have the Royal
no.
Palace in Phnom Penh.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of tourists goes there after they visit the Angkor Wat or something, or like they would visit the palace first or then go to the Angkor Wat. But I would say the most famous it would be between the two, either the palace or the temple would be the temple, of course.
The temple, because
it's much more bigger
yeah.
and like it's much more historic to see all like the ancient history of what we wrote before to show our
the way, because like a lot of people would say it's unique, but if you lived in Khmer all your life, you would think that it's just normal, because it's not every day you see someone in the streets wearing traditional clothing.
Exactly, yeah.
modern days. But like in Khmer, it would be simple to see people wearing traditional clothing back in the days.
Exactly. So I think it's such a really cool way to express how we dressed, how there was battles, and how we how it was shown to build the temple. Like when they meant to make the Angkor Wat build it, they drilled holes into the stones, and that's why you see little holes on the stones in the Angkor Wat, because they put the sticks on them to carry them. Or in some way.
The stone? Carry the
Yeah. Because remember back then we didn't have any this new technology, this machinery and everything. It was mainly done by hand and ropes and wood.
There would be backpacks, but they're made out of sticks, and then you would have to put the stone on a platform type of thing.
Exactly, yeah. So it is it shows how it was built, and how a little bit of the Angkor Wat has fallen a little bit. It just shows how it's actually created in a way.
Yeah, but at least it's not ruins places where it got battlefields and it's not ruined, but it's still amusing to see.
It is amusing to see. I totally agree with you there.
I don't know any other places besides Angkor Wat. I only know the names of, how would you say, not countries, because Khmer is just one country, the provinces, the states of provinces. I only know Phnom Penh,
Siem Reap, Takao.
I don't know Takao. I only know Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, because my grandma lives there and a lot of my cousins. So.
Yeah, I forgot where my aunt was from. It was some part of Cambodia. I forgot where, because I knew it wasn't Phnom Penh or Cambodia, because that's where the tourist is easily attracted to, is those two capital spots. So talking about the rural side of Cambodia, it is a little trickier to find some historical history.
Yeah, you would have to really dig in and pay someone to see something very historical, like a cave that had carvings or something.
But a really famous place right now, since Locam Lai, since he passed away, there was a memorial that was sent to his back home, where he was from. And I think he's from Takao. So his grave is there, and his statue of him is right there as well in his home. So I think it would be a really good tourist to see, because Locam Lai, he did a lot for us. He advocated a lot for us Cambodians. So for my dad, I think that would be his number one spot to go to when we do go to Cambodia again. Is just to see Locam Lai's final resting place.
I don't know who that is. It's probably because I never asked a lot of stuff about Khmer and famous people.
Okay, that's fair. Well, back in 2016, I believe, Locam Lai, he was shot and murdered at a gas station for advocating his rights to us Cambodian and everything. So he's fighting for us, for the CNRP. But one day he got assassinated and he got murdered, and a lot of us Cambodians were devastated. There was actually, his anniversary was on July 11th for his 5th or 6th year. I can't remember. But
I think I remember, because my dad is in the SIP Corp. I don't want to say CNRP, and he does a lot of stuff too. So I've seen videos and contribute to some guy, but I don't know who it was. So
I believe that was to Dr. Locam Lai.
Because I think my dad had a profile of him, or
yes,
or it might be someone else.
I'm pretty sure it was him. Yeah. So yeah. I think it would be a really nice, famous place to see
and contribute to him.
Exactly.
Statue.
Yes. So when we do go back to Cambodia, I do want to hit up Takao, because I do want to see his final resting place and say thank you for all what he's done to us.
There's a lot of other people too that aren't famous that
Mhm.
fight for our rights.
Yeah.
But since he did do a lot, he should be respected.
He should be very respected, yes. I agree
Yeah.
with you.
I don't know a lot because I don't know a lot about Khmer because you were born and raised here and so was I. I never asked questions about my country or my culture. Mostly because the only way I would know is because of trips going there.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I think only about West culture,
Like the Western style. Since we were born and
New
raised
York
here,
City,
we're more drawn into the Canadian lifestyle that we are
Yeah.
used to right now.
like the Toronto Tower. Is it Toronto Tower? I don't know. I don't even know anything of famous places in Canada besides.
There's the Calgary Tower. There's the CN Toronto Tower. You're right. I think that's what it's called. Niagara Falls is in Canada.
Yeah, Niagara Falls. Like it's cut in half, U.S.
Which is, I think it's pretty cool from my end. But like, we claim it. We claim Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
What other good places? I know a lot of tourists in Banff and all that.
A lot of people know a lot of stuff from the Western, but
Mhm.
also a lot of people know about like the Asian places, like how Japan, because a lot of people watch, anime and some stuff that I don't want to talk about. But,
Fair
Well,
enough, yeah.
the Asian side, and then there's the other. I don't know how to name them because I don't do geography yet. I only know Canada.
Soon, once you hit middle school, you'll know about like a little bit
Yeah.
of different countries. Yeah.
And I only know France and other stuff. But I also know Khmer because I'm Khmer and I have to know. And like I don't know how to talk I
It's
stutter
okay.
way too much, and that's very bad if I want to be someone who's talkative.
Yeah, same here. I do stutter a lot myself. I think it's just hard because we're bilingual since we speak two different languages and like we translate from like English to Cambodian or Cambodian to English like a lot. So it does give
feel
me
really bad for my dad because he's a translator and he has to translate a lot. And then I remember one time he said "Afghan" and Khmer, and then the person was like, "What?" And he said, "Sorry, thank you." And it's kind of funny, but it's to show that to show what to show that
bilingual.
Yeah, to show bilingual. Because it's good to just not know one language.
It's good to know multiple language. That's why it's easier to communicate. That's why I'm proud to be Cambodian because I'm proud to be bilingual. I'm proud to learn a different country where I am right now.
Yeah, I'm proud because
Yeah,
my food is very delicious.
it is.
There was this one dessert that the new one to me, and it tastes very good. It's dough. My mom tried to make it, and a lot of different kind of people make it, but you have to buy it because it's very hard to make. But I don't know what it's called. But I do know that it could be street food in Khmer. That's what I'm really also going to enjoy when I go to Khmer. It's been a long time.
Right, I do agree.
Years I haven't been there. Not because of COVID, because
it was basically the last time we were traveled.
And then summer, different past years of summer.
Yeah.
My family that has been thinking of going to Khmer.
Like last year, we didn't have any COVID at all. My family and I would have gone back to Cambodia.
Yeah, my mom was going to. I talked about that, but COVID.
It's really disappointing that your mom couldn't go, to be honest, because family and everyone's back there. And then once COVID hit, it came a little more like harder because we want to know how our family from the other side's doing compared to us. Like
because right now a few people are getting vaccines and it's like a whole chaos because now they're talking about kids getting vaccines in Khmer when the elderly isn't getting any vaccines.
Yeah, so right now it is
Very
such a it's a big chaos right now.
Yeah.
And I just want everyone to get vaccinated. Let's be honest here. Let everyone get vaccinated. Let everyone be on the safe side than, on the bad side.
Yeah. I think people should go back to quarantine wait, what wave are we in now?
I know in Alberta we're gonna hit our 4th wave pretty soon. Because we took off our mask ban, so we don't need to wear masks anymore, except for in certain places, like where I work in a medical clinic or in a pharmacy, or like somewhere like really like face to face, or like doing like your nail appointment or something. Then I would prefer wearing a mask. But going to the malls, going outdoors, grocery shopping, you don't need to wear a mask at all. I just want everybody who has been vaccinated. I think they should have an option to wear a mask or not. But people who hasn't been vaccinated, I feel like they should just still keep their mask on.
Yeah, my mom's very cautious about that. One time when we went to Costco, she forgot her mask and she was so furious about it. But I respect my mom because even if you got vaccinated, you have to wait a few weeks or months for it to kick in and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, to actually like fully be in your whole body system. Yeah, I do agree with you.
People can still get sick even if you got vaccinated 2 times.
Exactly, you can still get COVID when you are vaccinated. It's just another layer of protection, so the symptoms that you might have will like die down than what it actually might have been.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with like car accidents. You should wear a seatbelt. You still get into a car accident while wearing a seatbelt.
You shouldn't be drunk and driving. You shouldn't be watching your phone while driving. You shouldn't be eating food because you can get distracted when eating. You shouldn't be doing whatever you want. You shouldn't be I already talked about alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No worries though.
That's just stuff. But that's not a topic. I keep getting drifted away because I don't even know a lot of things. I already talked about that again. I still have.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I think. But like back to your topic, like famous Khmer places. I think those 2 places are the most common visits for tourists. I shall say.
Since topic of famous stuff and like our topics like Khmer and the last topic I did last week with my sister was Khmer language. So basically, the famous thing about Khmer is the foods, the street food, angkor and I think I shouldn't say few people, but I think people only know about Phnom Penh and Siem Reap because of what is going on in that, like the places and the famous and it's crowded.
Yeah, I do agree. I think another famous like place for like Cambodians and like tourists to go is like those late night markets when they open until like midnight basically.
Oh, and then there's like fake sushi, and then there's like it's fun seeing rip-offs for some reason.
It is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I do agree with you there.
Rip-offs.
It is. It's
really good ones that look very non-deceiving.
I agree.
Yeah. Because I would.
Yeah. No, you go ahead first.
I was just gonna say that would mean, and if just 5 years later they would be. Well, there's already replicas of humans. So
that's true. Yeah, that's true. I could possibly find a clone of myself in Cambodia. You never know.
If they're famous enough, there would be. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But I'm actually pretty excited for, like when we do go back to Cambodia is to eat the street foods because last time I've got sick from street food because I ate like seafood that one night and I want to try others like other good street food. So I'm pretty excited to try it again.
I forgot what it is. You should try. Crickets are tasty.
I don't know.
Don't eat them raw. I don't think you would want to eat that. The live ones.
No, thank
If it
you.
was ketchup flavored or barbecue flavored, I would be chomping on those like chips.
Oh my goodness. I think I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat to try too.
Yeah, I'm really excited if I do go to Khmer because I miss eating those banana chips and a lot of the street food and a lot of like when I remember a time when I went, my dad rented a motorcycle. I've never been on a motorcycle before, and that was my first time, and it was very hot. So I got candy.
Nice.
Like it was a rose lollipop, and it tastes very different from the lollipops here. It's still
Right?
but the flavors are different.
I do agree with you there. I feel like it's a lot more of the flavor than the sweetness.
Yeah, it's more the texture and the taste because it's different from Western culture and Western snacks, and because they have dried fish, there's dried bananas. You can eat dried mangoes. Oh, dried mangoes are so good, especially if they have sugar on them. And one time I even ate one that didn't have sugar, and it's still so tasty because of the mango.
Oh, that sounds so good. I could eat some dried mangoes right now. I'm just imagining myself right now back in Khmer, just like eating all like the street food and how like different and how good it could be.
Yeah, because it's different and it's not something we eat usually, like pizza or
Exactly. Yeah, pizza, McDonald's. I shall say.
McDonald's,
Yeah.
Tim Hortons.
Oh, Tim Hortons.
Tim
I'm
Hortons
good.
is good. It's good.
I would
Probably
miss it.
different from Starbucks. I only went to Tim Hortons. The fact that I've never been to Starbucks is a big thing to some people for some reason.
I I went to Starbucks a couple days ago and like I didn't know what to get because it was so like hard
There's
from
like
Tim
venti
Hortons.
coffees, half cream, semi cream.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, I think I will just go with my 2 milk, 2 sugar, and my coffee. Thank you. But like,
I only drink tea with milk. Probably because I only drink it with sweet tea boba.
fair enough.
Boba is tasty. But that's also a very big mix up because you could get ice, or you would want different. You would want boba. You would want sweet cream, or blah 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 blah. It's like coffee.
I agree.
I like simpler stuff. But sometimes
Same.
eating exotic stuff like beetles or crickets or
Tarantulas. I know there's a restaurant that opened up in South Khmer, and like they're serving the non-traditional food. So like the extraordinary foods like fried tarantulas, fried tarantulas, scorpions, crickets, worms, exotic. Yeah, extraordinary, exotic. So I think it was pretty cool to see, but I don't think I would ever try a tarantula. I'm sorry if I offend anyone out there, but in my personal opinion, I just cannot.
Probably because tarantulas here, because it would be very common to see one, and because of a lot of people being scared of it. Because in Khmer, it's basically the whole place is like countryside.
Basically, it is basically all countryside.
It's basically all of it.
Yeah.
But it's different. That's why a lot of people think it's very rare to see like a tarantula getting eaten. But in Khmer, if you lived there your whole entire life, if you saw tarantula, you would want to sell it to the person who cooks the tarantula and get money back, or getting crabs or digging crabs.
Yeah, so in a way, it is normal for them but for us, it's so exotic.
That's probably why people call it famous. You know how like the Paris and like what is it called?
The Eiffel Tower?
The Eiffel Tower, yeah. But like if you live in Paris, it would be like common to see it. But it's paradise to tourists because of tourism. But also another thing that's good about tourism is it gives money to the people.
Agreed.
Good.
It's like Calgary in its stampede for 1 week. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of like tourists comes, they make a lot of money, and then once they make that like the certain amount of money they want, then they just go.
Yeah.
And I think they go up to Edmonton next.
I told my dad I wanted to go to the amusement park, and he said there was this place that opened up, and it's like a forest, it's like a cart, and then you like go through the forest and stuff.
Oh,
That's another thing. That's not common because it's up on a mountain, very far away. It's in Vancouver. That's not common, but that's like a few hours, like 1 hour.
May I ask what part of BC are you living in?
I live in Coquitlam. Like it's Port Coquitlam, but like it's near Port. I don't know how to explain. In Vancouver, there's downtown Vancouver, but I think
I know there's North Vancouver.
yeah, I don't live in North Vancouver. Wait, I'll search this up. I don't know anything. All I know is that Port Coquitlam is, like, how do I explain this? It's not in Vancouver. Wait, what? No, it's in Vancouver. I don't know how to explain. Okay, so I live where I'm not in Burnaby, but I'm not in the west end of Vancouver.
Okay, I think I can see you in my head somewhere because I already know like the Vancouver part.
Do you know Harbor Village?
I believe so. I think I passed down there when I was probably 10, so maybe like 10 years ago.
If anything, okay, wait, hold on. It's not in Burnaby. Wait, what? What happened to the mouse? Something happened to the mouse. I don't know. Well, the mouse isn't working for the battery. Yay. I love it when the batteries become broken because the batteries are dead. Let's see if this works. Yay, it works. Okay. I don't know how to explain it, but it's near Surrey.
Well, okay. I know where you're talking whereabouts then.
Yeah, there's Surrey, and then if you didn't look, you would see Coquitlam. There's Vancouver, Burnaby, Coquitlam, Richmond, and Surrey. And those are like the cities in BC, basically.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Well, actually, where I am, that's the cities. But there's a bunch of other places. And in Calgary, wait, there's Calgary. Near you is Red Deer. Like,
yeah, I'm near like Red Deer, Airdrie, Chestermere,
Drumheller, Benna, Leadenbridge, Medicine Hat, Lord, Minister, Slave Lake. There's a bunch of stuff that I don't know.
Yeah, I believe you've been to Sylvan Lake before when you were younger.
I think it's called Slave Lake. I don't know. I don't remember ever going to a lake in Calgary.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
When I lived there, it was like, I don't even know I don't even know the places near where I live. It's not very small, and I had to stay home a lot. I never went outside in the backyard because there was nothing fun to do. The only places I went were school, the park.
Yep. Same here. I feel ya. I totally agree with ya.
But now when I'm older, I don't know how many years I've lived here in Coquitlam. I know I moved a lot because of how cold it is in Calgary. It's really cold.
Yeah, it is really, really cold. Like this year, we got up to I think -40, and then of course during the summer we got like up to like +40 as well. So I'm just like -40, both cold and hot. So
Both of those, the cons here would be it's very hot, and the cons over there would be in the summer it's also pretty hot there.
it is, especially when there's like a wildfire. It gets even hotter and it's more smoky.
Smoke.
So like I start to sneeze a lot more, and my sinuses starts to like act up, and I sound like I'm sick, but I'm not sick. And bless you to my sister who is over there.
Yeah, bless you. Like right here, it's 26 Celsius. But I think it was 31 like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Really hot. So hot. And so I could talk about something. I went swimming to like a river. Well, it was a stream. It had a waterfall. I talked about that once too. And when I went there, there's a lot of rocks. It's not sand. It's not like a beach.
Oh.
And there's a lot of rocks. It's rocks on the bottom because of the waterfall. And I got a lot of bruises. I even have a bruise on my pinky finger.
Oh, that really sucks.
Like right, you know, like the second part where you can bend it.
Oh yeah.
It's right there, and I have a lot of bruises on my knees. And there was this bruise is on which like I don't know how to show it, but it's very purple.
No, that really sucks. Did you slip and fall or something in the rocks?
No, I swam upstream, you know.
Yeah.
And my knees kept colliding with the rocks.
Ooh.
I think, and I also
Ouch.
I did a flip in the waterfall.
Oh no.
I have a bump right here, and it really hurts.
Oh my gosh, Phallika.
I did a flip, and I didn't feel anything hurt except my pinky, and then my head started hurting just today. And
Oh my
last
gosh.
night.
That's
very
crazy.
brutal.
Yeah, I assume so. That must have been some wild day.
Yeah. I just found out I've never went swimming in Khmer.
Me too. Oh, I think that's our
single
next
place
bucket list.
I went swimming at least once. Like in Calgary, I went swimming once or twice.
You definitely swim in BC as well, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I swam in Kelowna.
Oh, Kelowna.
Kelowna is very hot.
Oh, I assume so during this time of the year.
Went there because there was like some of family friends moved there because to get closer because my dad knows his friend is Khmer.
Mm-hmm.
The whole family is Khmer basically. That's why any person who's Khmer is a family friend already. And
Yeah.
like when we went there in Kelowna, there was this Khmer family and my friend. She's the age of Phallika. Yeah, and there was a Khmer family there, and then my parents just started talking with them. Well, my family, my friend's parents and my mom talked with their mom, the other Khmer family.
Yeah.
And they got to know each other and boom, friends.
That's how it becomes like friends into family, like boom.
Yeah. But I can imagine how it would be in like in small countries, and then you found out that your friend was your like, cousin's cousin. That could
Mhm.
happen.
That really could happen. There are some like stories that like, first lovers and like they turned out to be like some sort of relative, like a third, fourth cousin.
Like the 10th cousin. But that's not
Mhm.
bad if it's a 10th. But it comes down from the 4s, the 1, the 2, 3, or the 4. I would be cautious.
Yes, I would too. I would 100% be cautious for your first, second, and third, fourth cousins.
If it was the 5th, I think I would be fine about it.
Yeah, but like the up to fourth, it's just closer to family.
Very close. Because you would basically know them already.
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
whenever I went in Khmer, I only
Mhm.
stayed at my grandma's house. Or I remember when I was sleeping and I woke up in my uncle's car and my dad was there because my mom went before, like my mom, my sister, my sometimes okay. Okay, never mind. When I went to Khmer, I basically stayed with my dad while my other sister went with my mom. I don't know why. But then we met each other when we were at Khmer, so
Ah, okay. Fair enough. The only when I stayed in Khmer, I only stayed with my uncle and his family. But then, like, we had to go back to Cambodian-Canadian. So the 2 days, 3 days before, we went back to Phnom Penh because he lived in Siem Reap. So then back to Phnom Penh, and we slept in a hotel. That was the only time that we slept outside of a family member's house. And then we went back to Cambodian. Because like when we travel to like Cambodian or Cambodia, we only stay in families' houses. Like we would stay with a relative we know. But like once it was time like go back to Cambodian, we would have to stay in a hotel. And it was like our first night actually staying at a hotel, like ever. I think it was pretty cool.
I've only stayed at my like when since you live in wait I don't know how to describe this. I don't know anything about geography, not geometry, geography.
Yeah, no, it's Cambodian is Vietnam. If you didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I thought that was Khmer. I don't think I've been in Vietnam, but I know how to say your name in Thai and how to say hello. I don't know. It's probably
Nice.
because my dad knows a bits of Thai.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. If
Like I
you
know Sodi Cap. Probably because of that one show on Netflix. Sodi Cap, Nano no Cap, Toda no Cap, or something.
I think you should learn how to speak Thai because if you already know a little bit of it, why not learn the rest of it?
I
And
only
like
know that one phrase though.
but
Sodi
like Thai
and
is very very similar to Khmer though. So like you can definitely like catch it on pretty fast.
yeah. But it's not easy because I don't even know how to write in Khmer yet. I don't know like the ABCs in Khmer yet. So I have to master Khmer first, then I would master Thai.
Once you master Khmer, the letters in Thai is very very similar as well. So you'll master that pretty fast as well.
I also want to learn Korean, but I have to finish Khmer, of course. That's what my parents say. But if I did master Khmer and then I mastered Korean, and like how Korean uses Chinese lettering, and I don't know why I know about that. But they use Chinese letters and characters? That's loud. Characters sometimes. So if I did master Khmer and then Thai or Vietnamese, oh wait,
Korean?
and then Korean. Wait, is Vietnam? Wait,
Vietnamese?
Thailand is Thai. Vietnamese is
Viet?
Viet, and then Korea is Korean, and then wait,
Did you just get bamboozled?
I just thought of something. You know how like all of those, like how Khmer and Cambodia, the K and the C both sound the same, and how like Thai and Thailand and Viet and Vietnamese V
Yeah.
E, and like how in Canada it's mostly English, but that doesn't match with C, and so does the US E, and they also speak some Spanish,
Oh.
but also Mexico, it doesn't match with S. So
Yeah.
but you would say Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
And then as French, it would be France, for it would be French. And then for Ukraine, it would be Ukraine. What? I don't know.
I don't know.
Russia would be Russian.
Germany would be Germans.
Sweden would be Swedish. Huh? I think it's outnumbered for.
Yeah. I think so too.
I'm so confused. Anyways, that has nothing to do. But okay, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm happy to be Khmer, but sometimes
Yeah.
at one time, okay, I don't want to talk about that. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you. I'm proud to be Khmer, but at some moments, as you know, as someone who grew up in a Western culture, sometimes I wish I was actually like full Canadian instead of having like a Cambodian background. That was like me when I was younger because I was like grown up, like in such a like a white community that like I just didn't appreciate my culture. But now it's like I'm growing up. I'm starting to love it more, understand it more, see like the realization, like what us Cambodians going through and everything. So it's starting to make me like appreciate and be proud of who I am when I get older. Because like when I was younger, I just didn't like who I was.
Yeah, and it's not that uncommon to see someone with the same skin tone as you in Canada and the US.
Mhm.
But like, even though, and like how people say if someone was Asian, you would be friends with them because you're already Asian. But like I've been watching a lot of Korean shows and dramas. Like there are Korean standard. There's Korean standard beauty. There's Khmer standard beauty. There's Chinese standard beauty. Thai standard beauty. Vietnamese standard beauty. Philippine. I don't know a lot about the Philippines, and that's also a lot of people say that I look Filipino.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. I'm not gonna lie. It's either Filipino or Mexican, but I get a lot of Philippine. It's a lot. They're very common.
Yeah. Some of my friends, my first friends when I came here, one of my friends thought I was this famous person because I look Filipino.
Yeah, right. It is such a common thing to say. I'm kind of used to it by now already. I'm not gonna lie. I just have to correct them once they say like, "Are you Filipino?" or like they start talking to me in Philippines
Then
in Tagalog. Then
I think it would be, for some reason, I think it would be fun to like learn Filipino and then speak Filipino to someone who's Filipino, and then say you're not Filipino, and then say but you sound Filipino and you look Filipino.
but I'm not secretly.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think it's already to end the tech show.
Yes. Don Aknia Phallika.
Knarchmakati. We will see you guys next week on August 22nd.
22nd, yeah. Oh, where is it? It's not here. Oh, wait, never mind. Akanaknia.
Jubilee. Bye.